is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we've had a problem.
Hey there folks, welcome you all to part 3 of the Elder Scrolls Online High Isle Collector's Edition on the Xbox Series X. We are exactly where we were at the end of the last part, people. Now this is a day later than when I played it last, and when I loaded the game up, I had turned it off completely, so this is nothing to do with quick resume. I was still standing exactly where we were at the end of the last part, so I'm not quite sure how that works when you sign out, whether it does take you back to exactly where you were standing or whether it's just because I'm near a waypoint. I've no idea, but it literally took me to this very spot where we stood at the end of the last part, so we'll see what happens with a couple of the other parts when we do episodes over periods of time. Right, we're going into talk to Lady Arabelle Davaux, as I remember. We'll try and push the story on a bit. Hopefully it'll unlock a bit more of what we can do in the game and such like, rather than random questing, which might keep us a bit restricted. See what's going on. I mean, it is awesome so far as you do feel... I mean, you know, I played Skyrim so much, and it does feel like... This game just feels like you're in that world immediately when you're running around in it. Certainly this location as well. Wow, look at that massive statue over there. Jesus Christ. Let's go take a look. It is a visual and musical feast, this game, I have to say. It's fantastic, isn't it? Massive statue made out of the mountain over there. Superb. Well, I've got several black markers, and I think they possibly might be side questy type people. Oh no, they're things to... Oh, there might be quests. The things to read, though. Let's have a look. Seeking tenant. Oh, hello. Get a house. Are you an adventurer of a room to spare? Are you an adventurer of a good reputation? Have low, moderate homicidal tendencies, looking for a cosy home to call your own, but too low on funds to afford one? How would you like a free inn room? That's right, completely free, no catch. Just seek out Felande Demari at your local inn for more information about this exciting, next page, ownership opportunity. Ah, right, okay. Well, this might be a... it is dawning on me that this is probably our first sort of hometown where we might be getting blacksmithing and rooms and such like. Well, room to spare, we might as well do then, because it might give us stash and stuff. So I think we'll definitely go around these black markers and see what's what, people. Is this the inn here? No. Right, we'll just follow the markers. Let's just follow the markers. That'll keep us on point, I think. That looks like a jobs board if ever I saw one. Consumables crafting writs. Aha. You notice a prominent handbill on the requisition board. The people of the Sisters Isles? The Sisters Isles, we'll call it, bid you welcome. Masters of the craft await you in Gonfalon Bay. New crafters shall be trained. Accomplished crafters will be certified. All at no cost to you. Yeah, so this looks like crafting. Oh, well, that's consumable crafting, I think. Read the fine print. Unskilled crafters will be certified after a brief training. Skilled crafters will be certified immediately. The masters shall be charged no fee for certification. Certification is mandatory to fulfill crafting writs. Interested parties should seek out Millenith for blacksmith, clothier and woodworker certification. Speak with Danelle Teleno for provisioner, enchanter and alchemist certification. Take the handbill. Crafting certification. Make a note of that one as well. I think this will definitely be not particularly action mode episode, people. I think this will be all about how we get going with all of this good stuff we're going to need to be awesome out there. I assume there's nothing else on there, it's just the same, yeah. Let's get around all of these black markers. Oh, hello. Shopping. I think I saw an arrow shop there. Or aiming sights and such like. Come on now. Which guild is for you? Guild listings. Calling all adventurers, sellswords, spellslingers and scoundrels. Do you find yourself in need of adventuring companions? Do you long for the kind of camaraderie that daring exploits make possible? Perhaps it's time you joined a guild. To explore the current listing, speak to Guild Herald Amsad. Okie doke. I wonder if you can get a companion that's not a real person, if you know what I mean. Like if I'm playing it on my own like I am, you can get people to come around with you. Experience, nice, 168 experience. Sort of stuff.
This is not good.
Rigirt the Brash.
Hello there, I am Rigirt, sometimes called the Brash, and I am large delegate for the Ebonheart Pact Cultural Exchange. Or I would be if I had my scepter.
Large delegate?
That is what King Yoran told me. He said, Rigirt, go to High Isle and be Ebonheart Pact Cultural Ambassador, and be large, delegate and large. That is me. But I lost my scepter of office. I had it with me last night, but now I can't find it.
Do you mean delegate at large?
Yes, I went out with delegates Tanillin and Ulgonash last night. We ate and drank like kings. I don't remember all that happened, but I spent most of my gold. And I lost my official scepter. Will you help me look for it? I can pay you a little.
Sure, I'll help you find your scepter.
I've been thinking very hard.
Large delegate.
And it hurts. We should begin at the Ancient Anchor. That is where I went last night with the other diplomats. The innkeeper was angry with me this morning, but she might talk to you. Meet you there.
Okie doke. Well, there was mention of an inn for a room, wasn't there? Who are Tanillin and Ulgonash exactly?
They are delegates too. Tanillin is very important elf from Aldmere Dominion, and Ulgonash is noble orc from Daggerfall Covenant, who brings culture wherever he goes. I don't remember what we talked about. It must have been another diplomatic success.
Any chance of one of them has your scepter?
Must think again. No. We parted ways with great enthusiasm in Street, just outside the Ancient Anchor. I went back inside, and I had it with me then. I need my scepter of office. I can't lose another one, or they'll dock my pay.
You're some sort of cultural ambassador?
Rigirt leads glorious expedition of Nord Cultural Exchange. I travel to many lands to explain excellence of Nord culture with great forcefulness.
The glorious expedition? You're really a diplomat?
Yes, yes. One day, Rigirt was drinking in the Skald King's Hall and loudly explaining all the good things people don't know about Nords. King Yoran said he knew that already, and I should go tell somebody else. So, I did.
Okie doke. Go to the Ancient Anchor Inn is the quest we've got. So let's, well, we'll do that actually. Okay, the white marker is the one that's highlighted. This sounds like a quest that's going to take us around the city kind of thing. So... there we go. Ancient Anchor Inn.
Nothing is too small to steal.
There is a black marker upstairs, actually, which we can... Let's look at this one first.
Not you again. You haven't paid your bill. Or did you forget that too?
See? I was here, and she remembers me. I must have committed great diplomacy last night. Ask her about my scepter, friend.
I'm sorry about that little scene. Some people are unbelievable. Welcome to the Ancient Anchor. What can I do for you?
We're looking for a missing scepter.
Oh, you're with this Nord? I'm not all that worried about what he left here. I'm worried about what he took. A night's worth of food, drink, and entertainment, all without paying. He and his friends skipped out on their bill.
What happened?
Like I said, they ate and drank all night in a private room. When I noticed it was too quiet, I looked in and they were all gone. Someone's gotta settle up. Your friend left his scepter? It'll do as collateral until I get paid.
Okay.
You found a scepter. That is good. And I remember now. I wanted to pay the bill to impress the other delegates, but now I don't have the coin to do that again. We have to get them to pay their shares. I can't lose another scepter.
What else do you remember about the night?
Let me see. Tanillin didn't seem to be having fun, so I bought her a special drink. And then Ulgonash wanted dessert. I asked the man in the back for something sweet so my friends could have a good time. We headed back to our own lodgings after that.
You said you bought a special drink for Tanillin.
Oh yes, I am good diplomat, so I thought she would like something to remind her of home. After that, Tanillin kept asking for more drinks. We all laughed and had fun. We said goodnight just outside. She got in her carriage and drove off for home.
And Ulgonash wanted dessert?
We might have been arguing about where to get the best cake in Hrothgar. That made us want cake. But the man in the back room said he did not have cake. So I asked him to give me whatever he had for Ulgonash.
Where can I find Tanillin and Ulgonash?
I think Tanillin is staying at Steadfast Manor, a little way outside of town. She likes Lord Baccaro's gardens. Ulgonash rented a small house in Gonfalon Bay near the West Gate. Here, I'll be right behind you, when my head stops spinning.
I have a keen eye for talent, my dear, and you're practically oozing it from your pores. I am Lady Arabelle Davaux. If you're looking for gainful employment, I have a proposition for you that pays exceedingly well. Care to hear more?
What's that about a proposition?
Oh, nothing tawdry, my dear. We'll be too busy for romantic shenanigans before long, I expect. Some precious cargo was supposed to sail in on the morning tide, but it never arrived. I need someone not known around the island to be my eyes and ears.
Your eyes and ears?
While tales of my exploits credit me with all sorts of talents, I can't be in more than one place at a time. I could use a fresh face to mingle with the locals, determine if anyone knows anything about my 3 missing ships and their cargo.
All right, I'm willing to help.
Lord Baccaro's conference can't proceed without that cargo. Here's what I need you to do. Check the inn, the lighthouse, and the Lochbane Shallows. See if anyone knows or saw anything. Then meet me outside the North Gate to compare notes.
Okay, tell me more about the locations you want me to investigate. You mentioned a conference, tell me about that. You mentioned tales of your exploits before. Who are you again?
Me? Oh, I'm no one special, my dear. I've been an adventurer, a Lion Guard officer, a spy, a diplomat. People claim the investigative veil stories are about me, or that I wrote them. Ridiculous. I'm retired now, but I still dabble from time to time.
Did you write the investigative veil books?
Oh, pish-posh. Do these look like the ink-stained fingers of a writer of overly imaginative and lurid tales to you? I'm rather fond of the bawdy investigator and her adventures, though. They remind me of my younger days.
And what's your role here?
I'm overseeing security for the conference. A few months ago, Lord Baccaro approached me, explained his grand plans, and lured me out of retirement, you might say.
Why did Lord Baccaro select you for this task?
My charming personality. When I was an agent for High King Emmerich, I traveled widely and met many dignitaries, including Lord Baccaro. He asked me to make sure everything went smoothly for his conference. So far, it's been anything but.
Tell me more about the locations you want me to investigate.
Certainly. Since you're new to High Isle, I understand you may not be as familiar with the local area as I am. What do you wish to know?
Okay, let's just figure it out for ourselves. I think that's probably best. Right, okay. I think probably what I'm going to have done by this point is schmelt this video down a bit. So just to recap what I've done since walking into this town, because what effectively has happened is I've walked into this town and I've spent the best part of 40 minutes trying to figure everything out. So it's not the most exciting of watches. So when I first came in, I had every intention of going to talk to Lady Arabella first, but I didn't do. I had a good look around these stores and everything. Now what I've discovered is that we've got a tailor who does light armour, and we've got an armourer, a weaponsmith who does all the melee weapons. We've got an armourer who does heavy armour. But what I couldn't find was anyone that does medium armour. So I was a little bit stuck at that point. I also spent a bit of time talking to the woodworker who does do bows. However,
you should try bow hunting if you haven't already. Your quarry would never hear you coming. Speaking of bows, check out my wares.
So I did spend a bit of time getting... Oh, hello. But she's got a lot more in here than she had the first time I came in. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I didn't go far enough down. But anyway, I spent a bit of time looking through... I got very confused and moaned, basically saying there was no way of comparing what I'm wearing and blah, and then realised after about 10 minutes that on the right-hand side of the screen is what you've got equipped, and on the left-hand side of the screen is what you're going to be buying. So you can see straight away what you're comparing to. And I didn't see that bow there at level 10 bow. That's only going to... Well, I mean, the bow we've got on is the same damage. So we're doing pretty well for our bow at the moment. However, I didn't see all of these down here. There's a lot of different things going on. There's a lightning maple bow down there. Inferno, fire bow. The level 10 though. We're under level 6 at the minute. Oh, hang on a minute. These are staffs, not bows. Maple ice staff. Alright, sorry, I'm confused then. Right, so she does bows and staffs and shields. So anything that's wood, basically. Right, okay. Didn't twig onto that previously. Anyway, 3 bows, and the highest one, we're already doing pretty well with our bow as it is. It's the same damage as the one that's level 10, so we couldn't even wear it anyway, even if we did buy it. Whereas the one we've got is wearable at level 6. So there you are. So that was the one person that was of interest, and the rest of them all have heavy stuffs or light stuffs.
You ever try a new...
So this is all iron cuirasses and sabatons, gauntlets, greaves. Yeah, it's all heavy stuff. So there was nothing medium in there. Haven't spoken to this person yet because I was holding off on that. Oh, it's another guild guy actually. I've spoken to 2 other guild people, one of which was a fighters guild and one of which was a mages guild. And they just sort of ask you to start. They start a little quest, and I guess you're going to choose which guild you want to go into. We'll talk to that one in a minute to show you what happens. The tailor does light stuffs.
My parents taught me to sew.
So the homespun, the jerkins and stuff, so that was all the things we were wearing, but we moved over to medium, which were more our character, really. So there were loads of stuff in here for Meiji type people. But nothing in the mediums. That said, they do have some shoulder stuffs that we could get away with for now, I suppose. We're wearing homespun light gaunt epaulets at the moment. Which are probably decent for what we can wear. That top one is level 10. Mind you, they're a bit better, aren't they? Homespun epaulets, but nothing too spectacular. Might as well just stick with what we've got and save the coin. We've got a lot of coin though, as per the beginning of the game, where we got a little bit of a reward for coming in. So there you are. So that's all the stores that I found that were of any use, and the only one that really was of any use was the bow one, and they didn't really have anything that was going to bring us on any further. But like most MMORPG things, you know, if you're playing it well enough, you'll find better stuff out in the world, or be able to craft it, which we've not got to yet. Guild Herald Amsad. Let's see what he's got to say.
Have you seen the note? If you seek companions for your adventuring, look no further. This one can help with that.
Tell me more about the guild listings.
Ah, of course. These listings are where other adventurers, much like yourself, can declare their interest. Those of a similar proclivity can join up together and form guilds. Take a look. This one is sure a group suited to your needs awaits you.
Okay, you're not showing me anything. Goodbye. Okay, so yeah, guilds, certainly that... Oh, here we go. Just talking about these. So you can get other players to come and join in, I guess, with your battles and such like. Select category in the Browse Guild section to find a guild matching your playstyle. Applications you send will appear here. I'm assuming this is to do with playing with other people rather than... Oh, hello. The guild's menu is unlocked when you reach level 10, allowing you to create and manage your guild. Once created, press X to add members to the guild roster. You can join up to 5 guilds, but you can only lead one. Yeah, so you get other people to join your guild, I guess. So this is other real people, I'm assuming, and not in-game characters. The other 2 guild people I spoke to were sort of around the houses a little bit over the other side. One was a mage, one was a fighter, so on and so forth. And trying to think if there's anything else that I might have lopped out by this point, but I'll have left in the little bit of me meeting a chap who wants me to find his scepter. I activated a quest there. So there you go. So that's pretty much a recap of what we've done since we came into the town, and I lopped out all of me trying to work out what the hell's going on. But the place is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. So I think what we'll crack on with now is we'll push on with talk to Brahgas over there. Well, we need to.
Come on.
There he is.
One more match. Give me a chance to win my gold back.
And what will you bet? That ridiculous nose ring? Find another racket, Brahgas. Tribute ain't for you.
Heard all that, eh? Guifa's a palms up card sharp. One of the best tribute players in town. But like I always say, if you want to take the measure of a grot, you've got to climb. That nose ring jibe was unnecessary, right? I'll get her next time.
Someone told me I should talk to you about Tales of the Tribute, or Tales of Tribute.
Sorin, right? She definitely has an eye for talent. Yes, I can tell you all about Tribute. It's a card game, a scavenger hunt. Zen's price, it's practically a religion for some folk. You want fame, gold, it's all there for the taking.
Yeah, the quest's going to stay there, isn't it, until I activate it.
Heard all that, eh? Sorin, right? Ah, fresh player. Excellent. First things first. You need to learn the rules of the game, and you'll need a couple of decks of tribute cards, of course. Find Razhamad in the Gonfalon Gaming Hall. Tell him Brahgas sent you. He'll get you sorted.
Alright, I'll speak to Razhamad.
Razhamad's the game baron here in Gonfalon Bay. You won't find a kinder or more knowledgeable player west of High Rock. Not that he'll go easy on you, mind. He expects the best from the players he trains. Trust me, I should know.
So who are you exactly?
Phrase bones. An introduction would be nice, wouldn't it? Call me Brahgas. Professional gambler and semi-professional everything else. Aside from sailor, of course, I hate the water.
And what brings you to High Isle?
The better question would be, what made you leave Valenwood? The answer, my friend, is debt collectors. Vigorous ones. Once I save up enough, I might go back, but I'm in no hurry. When a stiff breeze comes through, the sisters are really beautiful.
What was going on with that woman a moment ago?
Oh, Gweetha. Just a lover spat. She loves making fun of my nose ring, and I love losing money to her, apparently. Match made in Aetherius.
Does Tales of Tribute involve a lot of betting?
Usually, no. Most players are in it for the joy of competition. But you know what they say? If there's an uncertain outcome, someone's got gold on it. I play a lot of unsanctioned matches. Putting skin in the game keeps things fresh.
You mentioned a gaming hall?
Aye, that big building there. Used to be a House Mornard villa, believe it or not. House Dewfort seized it during the transition of the duchy, but get tired of paying for the upkeep. The Duchess sold the place to Razhamad about a year ago.
And so now people just play games in there?
Well, we drink in there too. People need a place to relax, chum. The ancient anchor's fine for sailors on shore leave, but people looking for a really good time always come here. Plus, it serves as our tribute chapter seat.
Chapter seat?
Yeah, a chapter is like a team of sorts. The Gonfalon chapter meets here, but we're wandering into the weeds a bit. Focus on the game first. We'll discuss the rest later.
Okie doke. Goodbye, my friend. That building there, he said. What's going on there? Somebody just sneaking up on someone.
Hey there. Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here? I'm working.
Robin folk.
How am I to capture the majesty of the Colossus on such a small canvas? I'm going to need a bigger easel.
Easel does it. Okay. That must be the building he's talking about there, surely. That big badger. Go to the Gonfalon Gaming Hall. There we go. Check that out. Wow. Talk to Master Razhamad.
Greetings, my friend, and welcome to the Gonfalon Gaming Hall. Please drink and make merry. We have many strong players gracing the hall today. Lots of action. Tales of Tribute is free to watch, but far more fun to play. Do you play, Wayfarer?
Not yet. I'd like to learn more about Tales of Tribute.
Then you have come to the right place. Tales of Tribute is a game of stories, some fantastical and others all too real. Two players share their tales with decks of cards. The game is elegant and easy to learn, but it takes great effort to master.
How do you play?
First, you will need two decks. Each deck represents a different story, a different strategy.
Your opponent brings 2 decks as well. Once you and your adversary combine your decks, the game can begin. A shared pool, you see. A level field of play.
Alright, so where can I get these decks of cards?
Make your way to the beginner's lounge and find my associate, Brahgas. Tell him Razhamad approved an initiation match. He will lend you a pair of decks and teach you the basics. Complete this trial and return to me for your reward.
I just saw Brahgas outside.
Dear Brahgas often strays, but never for long. His coin rarely holds out. He must be back by now, safe within the confines of the gaming hall where he can be supervised. Do not worry, though. Brahgas is a fine player. He will teach you well.
Brahgas seems like quite the gambler.
Brahgas, yes. He loves the game in his way. I wish he exercised more caution. He often forgets how much he has to lose. But he's a bright lad, full of youthful energy and hope. That is more than I can say about most people in this world.
Can you tell me a little about yourself? Now let's just go. And there he is.
Ha ha! If it isn't my new old friend. Found the place easy enough, eh? Pull up a chair, have a drink. As long as you're buying, of course. I'm a little light in the purse at the moment. So you talked to Razhamad yet?
I'm ready to play. Razhamad said you were a good teacher.
Oh, did he? Oh, I love it when we bring new players into the fold. Gets boring playing the same old salts day after day. We need new blood in here. Now, before we begin, you'll need these. 2 tribute decks you can borrow for educational purposes.
What do I need? What do I do with these?
You try to defeat me, of course. First to 40 prestige, or winning the favour of all the patrons, is the victor. Don't worry, chum. I'll explain that as we go along. And loosen up, eh? You'll do fine. I'll go easy on you.
Let's play.
Right. The essence of the game is to buy cards to add to your play deck. Each of us will use our play deck to score prestige, until one of us gets enough prestige to win. Lots of cards, eh? The ones on your side of the table are yours. The ones on my side are mine. The cards in the middle are what we call the tavern. We each claim cards from the tavern to improve our play decks and earn enough prestige to win. You'll take the first turn. Let's both draw our starting hands. Each of your cards have a coin value, see? You can use their coin value to buy cards into your play deck from the tavern, the center of the table. Try to keep track of the value of the cards in your hand. Each card has a cost, a suit, and an effect. If I were you, well, this card here seems like the right one for you to buy with the coin that you have, so claim it.
Suggesting this one here. Coin cost of 3. Gain 2 coin, gain 2 power, gain 1 power. So why is he telling me not to go for the one that's got... right, is my coin... Yeah, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coin by the looks of it. So this, yeah, the highest one I can get is a 3, which gives me 2 coin and 2 of the other 2 power and 1 power. Gain 2 power, gain 1 power, whatever that is. Okay, how do I claim it, please? Am I being silly? What's happening? It's not telling me what button to use. Well, A doesn't work. Oh, I see. Maybe.
When you buy a card,
There you go.
you subtract its cost from your coin total, and you get the card. Then a new card replaces that card in the tavern. You still have enough coin to buy another card, so let's do that.
Yeah, there's a 2 there, isn't there? So I need to put up my cards to buy the other cards. So 1, 2, and 3.
Now, you can't play a card you bought right away. When you buy a card, it goes into a cooldown pile here, see? You can see at a glance what card suits are in your cooldown pile. It looks like you don't have enough coin to buy any other cards, and there's nothing else you can do at the moment. When that happens, you signal that your turn is over.
By doing what? End turn, there we go.
Any resources you have at the end of your turn will be cleared once your turn is over, except prestige, that is. Once your turn ends, you discard your cards and draw 5 new ones. You can start to plan your next turn while I take mine. That said, you should always keep an eye on what your opponent is up to on their turn. They might buy a card or take an action that will force you to revise your plans. So now, it's my turn. I'll control the table until I signal the end of my turn. See if you can figure out my strategy based on my actions. Well. The cards you drew gave you both gold and power. Power has 2 uses. The first is combat, but it also turns into prestige at the end of your turn. Remember, earning prestige is how you win.
Right, so the red points are how you win then. The gold just lets you get the cards. I think that's how it seems to work. 1, 2, 3. That can't be the only gold I've got though. What about the cooldown pile? Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4 would get me that one. Well, that didn't work to plan.
Remember when I told you that your currencies get cleared when you end your turn? Well, power doesn't carry over between turns. But when you do signal the end of your turn, any power you have left over turns into prestige. Good to know, eh? See these little fellows? They're our patrons. Each deck comes with its own patron, and they play an important role in how the deck works.
Okay.
See? Each patron has something they want. A price, let's call it. They also have something to offer. A reward. Pay a patron's price, and you'll get their reward. You have to pay the price all at once, and you usually get the reward immediately. Try paying one of these patrons. Whichever one you choose to pay will offer you a boon. Just keep in mind, you're only allowed to pay 1 patron per turn. They can get a little jealous.
That seems to be highlighting this one, doesn't it? But I thought that was his side of the table.
The patron you just paid. Notice anything different about them? They favour you now. All patrons start in a neutral bent, and then show favour to whoever pays them first. Of course, you can pay a patron that favours your opponent. If you do, that patron will become neutral. Pay them again on a later turn, and then they'll favour you. And here's a tip. If you ever can get all patrons on the table to favour you, you'll win the game. Even if you have less prestige than your opponent, just one more thing to keep an eye on. All right, you need to draw new cards, but your deck is empty. Now we shuffle your cooldown pile, and that becomes your new draw pile. You might draw cards you bought last turn, as well as those you started with.
Okay. So I guess it's glowing, so I'm guessing I need to hit it.
Your cooldown pile is empty. That means all the cards you started with or bought during play are now in your draw pile. Right, it's my turn again. I'm going to draw some coin, use it to buy a card, and draw some power from my play deck, which will become prestige when my turn ends. Just like your turn, only, more experienced. Those cards you drew can trigger a combo. See how they have extra effects if you draw another card that matches their suit? Luckily, you bought cards with the suit you need to trigger these combos. Some of the most powerful effects on cards come from combos, and a card will tell you how much of each suit you need to activate its combo effect. Great players always try to trigger combos, so keep track of those suits. We're closing in on the end. I can tell by keeping track of the prestige we've earned. For this practice match, we're keeping the total small, but in a real game, you'll need more prestige to win.
Mm-hmm. So that's 3, 5, 6 played effects. Telling me to play them all. So that's 5 points. I can't take anything. No, I don't know what to do. According to that, I've got 5 coin and... Oh, do I take one of these maybe? No, I don't know.
Ah, a grand victory!
Oh, I won anyway.
Grand. Go talk to Master Razhamad and tell him you bested me. Just don't get cocky. Next time won't be so easy.
Match rewards mailed. Marvellous, right. I tend not to play the cardy type games or game stuffs too often. But it's a quest done, people.
Yes? I hope you enjoyed the match. I have played countless games of both luck and skill, and truly, Tales of Tribute is the best by far. So, now that you've learned the rules, do you wish to continue your gaming journey?
Oh, gold. But he's always gonna... I want rid of the quest marker. I think it's just gonna trigger another...
Now, you claim membership in the Gonfalon chapter of the Roysters Club, a fraternity of tribute players committed to fair play and stiff competition. As an official Royster, you will gain access to a host of opponents and decks of your very own.
Are there other rewards?
Oh, countless rewards. With each victory, you will rise higher in the club rankings, do well enough, and you may even earn the right to challenge the club's founders, the creators of the game itself. So what do you say? Will you join us?
Yes, I'll join the Gonfalon chapter of the Roysters Club.
Then it is my honor to furnish you with your first pair of decks, and welcome you wholeheartedly to the Gonfalon chapter of the Roysters Club. May good fortune shine on you, my friend. I am eager to see you put those cards to good use. You joined the Roysters Club at an opportune time. Smaller club chapters are preparing for a series of tournaments, ours included. The contest will not begin for some time, though, so I suggest you get some more practice in the meantime.
Woo, level up and ride your pony. Level 7, people. So it's worth doing. What this does, this game, I've noticed, that Skyrim doesn't, it rewards you for questing. You get experience for doing your quests, whereas Skyrim you didn't. You just got experience from your battling and using your stuffs, didn't you? So what did we get? We've got an attribute point, a skill point, and a Gold Coast Swift Survivor Elixir. Yeah! Shadow increased to 8. Siphoning increased to 8. You can see a pattern emerging. Achievement unlocked, part of the club. Achievement unlocked, Roysters Club. Initiate. Daily endeavour completed. Complete 2 quests. Nice. Okay, we're going to keep doing the stamina for now, because we seem to be a stamina class, I'm told. And we've got 1 point in here to spend. What we're going to do... Where's my bow? We've got our accurate... Oh yeah, the long shots one, which we can't do any more with at the moment. We need bow rank 34 before we go up to the next level of long shots. Increase your critical chance rating by 657 accuracy. It would be daft not to take this, actually. Any passives? Always do your passives, people. Marvellous. You completed an endeavour and acquired a Seal of Endeavour. You can use these seals to purchase items from the Seals of Endeavour section of the Crown Store. Seems reasonable. Right, well, we need to select another quest to do. Now, we could do Lady Arabella, or we could do... What else have we got? Talk to Lord Baccaro. Well, the Lady Arabella one split up into loads of different things, didn't it? We do seem to have cleared the decks a bit on what was in our compass, or in our list of things to do. The one we're on is crafting certification, which is talk to Danelle Talano. So I think we might do that next. Okay, so let's do that then. Let's go and talk to Danelle Taleno. Interestingly, just as a by-the-by, between me just saying that and the last sentence that I did, I had to pop off and do something. And the game timed out. And when I reloaded it, I was stood exactly where I was. So the game does seem to remember exactly where you were when you lost connection or when you turned it off, which is very handy. Let's crack straight in, people. I have also, in the midst of it all, edited the first segments of this recording. Really cut it down. It was about an hour and a half long of me wandering around this town trying to figure out what was what. And I've managed to filter it down to about 40 minutes, and now here we are. Right. I think the best advice I can give if you are wandering into this town for the first time would be just keep ticking off all of the little black arrows, quest-wise. See, there's find a house near Westgate, or find house near Westgate. So that's what we're doing now. We're just trying to tick off all the little quests around the place. Not particularly action-orientated, but it all needs done, people, and hopefully helpful to somebody out there who will be in the same boat as I was. Here we are. Bayside artisans. Oh, just dropped me notes, people. Bayside. Bayside. Excuse me, I was going to go in there. Thank you very much. Suppose we're both allowed. Ah, here we go, people. Here we go. It's crafting time. Millenith.
You here for crafting certification? Don't worry, there's no cost involved. Your alliance covers all my fees. Once you're certified, they'll let you fulfill the crafting writs. Everyone wins.
Yes, I saw the notice. How do the crafting writs work?
They're daily requests for crafted goods, but they're only available to certified crafters. If you can show me you know your craft, I'll get you certified.
Alright, tell me how it works.
I can train and certify blacksmiths, clothiers, and woodworkers. If that sounds like something you'd want, we can get started.
I want to know more about the crafts you certify. Who else can certify me?
Have you spoken with Danel Taleno? He handles certification and training for provisioning, enchanting, and alchemy. He's a bit stuffy, but he knows what he's doing.
I thought that's who I was coming to speak to. I thought that's where I was heading. Alright, I'll speak with him. No, I prefer you certify me. Alright, I must have had an option here then. So where's Danel then? Ah, there's Danel Talano. Oh, it does say Millenith or Danel. Just noticed.
Joined the Mages Guild. Perhaps I'd have served the Emperor. Served. A jest, you see? But I have no regrets. Mastery of 3 crafts is its own reward.
You want to know more about the crafts you certify?
Certainly. Please specify.
What do provisioners make? What does an alchemist make? What do enchanters make? Ah, right, I think he's a magey type guy. What do provisioners make?
Food and drink.
Yeah. Oh, steady. How do I put that away again? I can't remember. Anyone know how to put your weapon away? Because I can't remember.
I can train and certify you as a blacksmith, a clothier, or a woodworker. Which would you like to start with first?
I'm assuming blacksmiths can make bows. I want to know more about the crafts you certify.
Of course.
What can a blacksmith make?
Anything with metal in it. And I don't mean horseshoes and calipers. The crafting writs are for weapons and heavy armor.
Yeah.
That's what I teach.
What does a woodworker make?
Bows, shields, and magical staves. Staffs? No, it's staves. I always forget how to say that.
And what do clothiers make? Or clothiers? Clothiers.
Cloth and leather goods. The crafting writs want pieces of light cloth armor or medium leather armor, so that's what I certify.
Excellent. So she's the right person for us. Alright, I'm ready for... Oh.
Anything with metal in it, and I don't mean horseshoes and calipers. The crafting writs are for weapons and heavy armor, so that's what I teach.
Alright, I'm ready for certification.
Excellent! We can get started whenever you're ready.
Complete quest.
Let me know if you have some time. I can train and certify you in something else.
Crafting certification. I'm interested in woodworking certification.
A good woodworker sees the final product before cutting the first block of wood. But I can't teach 2 crafts at once. If you commit yourself to the training, I'll certify you.
Right, so I've got to pick between bows and medium armour then. Is basically what it's saying to me. I feel like maybe I should do the armour first, because I feel like we'll probably pick up bows as we go. Why did I have to come out of that?
Let me know if you have some time. I can train and certify you in something else.
I'd like to know more about Clothier certification.
If you convince me you know how to use a needle and thread, I'll certify you. However, you must commit. I can't certify two things at once.
Yeah, let's do that.
Show me you can craft a pair of homespun gloves. First, you'll collect some raw jute, then return here and refine it. Finally, you'll use refined jute to make the gloves.
You'll certify me if I can craft homespun gloves?
Of course. It was the first trade I studied. I'm happy to certify anyone familiar with a clothing station. Now run forth and bring me a pile of raw jute.
Where can I find it?
I spotted some raw jute growing on the outskirts of town. You might as well harvest it yourself. Should that not be enough, you'll have to search elsewhere.
I'll return with the jute. Millenith. Acquire raw jute. Ah, the clinking of metal on metal, people. Random rabbit just wandering about the place. Someone's pet, maybe. Okie dokie, right, let's go to... Oh, White Quest, there it's there. Can we go out this way? Could have teleported right enough.
Ulgonash is a prisoner? I don't understand. Ask him what happened.
This is part of the other quest that we started. I'm assuming it's going to stay there until we're ready to come and do it, so I'm going to leave it and we'll get the raw jute sorted out. Let's try and focus, people. I'm all over. I've been all over the place in this particular city. It's a good job I've edited that video down. It might feel like you've lost stuff, but honestly you haven't. Nobody wants to watch what was actually originally recorded. 1.5 hours of me just confused. Ah, there we go. Got some markers for raw jute by the looks of it. It'll be much quicker all of this once we get a mount, of course. Quite got to that stage yet. For glory! Another quest. Come back to it. I'm assuming those white markers are jute. Might even get some action in, people, you never know. There we go. For jute. I think we picked up jute. I'm sure we did at some point. Can't have done though. Would have given us a count for it if we had. Actually, it feels really nice to be out here again after all the faffing around in the town. The thing is, generally those sort of places, they're great if you want to take your time and just, you know, it's different when you're recording. You need to sort of make it slightly interesting if you can. But it is well worth taking your time in cities and just getting to know everything and how to do stuff. And then once you get the hang of everything, it will be dead quick each time you go. Like, once we get all the crafting and stuff sorted out, it'll be dead quick to teleport there, go and do a bit of crafting, teleport out again, do some fighting. It's always when you're just trying to get started with stuff, it seems to take for ages. And to be fair, I actually don't mind the talkie quests, and you know, I quite like meeting all the characters and stuff, and hopefully that translates on the recordings. Not every recording in a game like this is going to be action. Most of it will be, but you need to take time out and do some of the talkie quests. It's a bit more interesting. Hey! How do we get back down the stairs, people? Go the long way around? I feel like I took a very, very long way around here. Ow.
Search grassy areas in the wilderness for raw jute. You should find enough if you look around.
I have the jute here.
Raw jute is plentiful if you know where to look. Just don't chew on it. It can really do a number on your... Well, just don't chew on it.
I'll remember that. What should I do next?
Take the raw jute to a clothing station. If you have enough, you can easily refine it. Bring the refined jute to me when you're done, and then you'll make some homespun gloves.
Is there anywhere else I can find, get refined jute?
If you're in a guild, check the guild stores. They often have raw materials and refined goods for sale. Of course, you can always trade with a friend.
Yeah, there is a guild set of stalls in this area, which I think I've actually lopped out of the recording. But, they're basically like the standard shops you've already seen, but they're for specifically guild stuff. But I didn't quite get it when I went in, because it's basically search menus when you go in to try and find what you're looking for. Take another look at them at some point. Right, here we go. Clothing station. And refine. To begin crafting Clothiers must refine raw materials. Collect 10 raw materials such as raw jute or leather scraps. Select them and press A to assign them to a refinement slot. Press X to refine them or Y to clear your selection. Got rawhide scraps there actually. Raw jute. And refine. Completed. Acquired jute. Completed acquired jute. There's some rawhide while we're at it. Never know when it will come in handy. Quite a few of those. Got hemming there. Diamond. We've got hemming, rawhide, diamond out of that refining. Might as well just refine them all while we're here. I don't know what happened. We've got 2 raw jute left. That's what it is. Yeah. Okay, got ya. And it's red because we can't refine anything less than whatever it was, 10. Marvellous. Okay, what next?
Before you make the gloves, you need to bring raw jute to a clothing station and refine it.
I'm done. The refining process was simple.
When I'm refining jute, I sing to help pass the time. Not too loud. I don't want to disturb the other clothiers.
I have refined jute. What do you want to do with what do I do with it?
Head to the clothing station and craft a pair of homespun gloves. You shouldn't need much refined jute. Don't forget a style material. You can purchase them from any clothier or scavenge them yourself.
What is a style material?
Every race has a traditional material they work into their weapons and armour. For example, the Imperial style material is nickel. I should know. Every day in the Legion camps, I worked a pile of it.
What style material do I need?
The Wood Elf style material is bone. Why did we get stuck with something so morbid? Still, give it a try and see what you can manage.
How do I learn other racial styles?
You can learn how to craft with another race's style material by studying racial motif books. They're quite rare, mostly held by collectors, so watch for them in your travels.
Very well. And creation. Select the type of apparel you wish to craft using the left stick. Use the left stick to select a material and a style. Traits are not required, but you can select any you have researched. X to craft. Homespun shoes. What am I meant to be? Gloves. Craft a pair of gloves. Homespun gloves. Yeah. I may have got this wrong actually. It seems to be... Oh no, there's medium. That's rawhide braces. So that's actually what I'm going to be doing, but she wants a pair of homespun gloves at the moment. So we'll come back and do a bit of crafting on that actually. I think we've got a few bits to do it. Homespun gloves, there we go. Oh. Jute levels, requires 5 jute. Options. Okay, need a style then, presumably. Oh, wood elf. Requires 1 bone, which we don't have. And no trait. Because I don't have enough of that either. Research to unlock. Learn style to unlock. Oh, you've got a hold X to craft, that's why it's not working. Right, okay. Oh, maybe not. You have not yet learned this style. But I don't want to put the style on, so how do I do it? Or is that the one I'm meant to use? The wood elf one, because she taught us it. No, because she said that. She said we need bone. But I haven't got any bone. What? Fucking hell. It shouldn't be this difficult for a first bloody making of something, people. Yeah, it just keeps saying you've not learnt this style. And then if I do that, it says missing style material. So I need to find some bone from somewhere. The Crown Store allows you to purchase customization convenience items as well as downloadable content. No, we don't want that. Hang on a minute. Why? I don't understand why she's told me to do it, but not given me any... Have I missed something that she said? Can I buy the bone?
Craft a pair of homespun.
Doesn't seem to be anybody I can buy stuff from in here.
I'm just another bit of fluff.
Well, he does sort of foodie stuffs, not bone.
Erelar learned.
Glyphs. Well, glyphs seem to be a major thing, don't they? Alchemist, come on, you must have some bone. The only, yeah. No, is the answer to that.
The sea's bounty comes back to...
Well, this got all kinds of complicated when it just needs to make a pair of gloves. No, she's an actual person, I think. I'm highly confused, people. I don't know why it's asking me to make gloves and I can't make them. Doesn't make any sense. Can deconstruct stuff. Research. Hang on a minute. Choose an item you wish to research. Press A to confirm the research. Researching destroys the item. Only research unwanted items. No, don't have anything. Oh, blimey. Show only the items that can be created based on what's available in the inventory. Ah, here we go. Maybe this will work. Oh no, that's just saying I can do... Because it's basically saying I can't make them, isn't it? Because I don't have anything in the inventory to do a style. Right, we can't do it. We can't do it until we've got some bone. For fuck's sake.
I apprenticed for a noble years ago.
Tell me you're the one the grocer sent.
Aha, here we go. I'd like some bone, please. I'll take 2 pieces of your 5. Well, actually, I'll take 5. Now we're getting somewhere. Right. Homespun gloves. 1 bone required. I've got 5. And we don't want any traits. Right, that should work. Woohoo! Clothing or clothing, whichever we're going to call it. I think we'll call it clothing, shall we? Has just increased at the bottom right there. I'm going to try and make myself a pair of medium shoulders because we don't have a pair. Rawhide arm cops. There we go. Medium wood elf. And we seem to have bone style at the moment because it's all we can do. Then it's using 5 rawhide. Nice. Clothing's gone up again. Not sure. Doesn't seem to tell us if we're making something that's better or worse than what we've got on. Medium wood elf arm braces. That's going to take 7 rawhide. And we've got 34. We've got quite a lot of rawhide stuff at the moment. I could do with checking what we're actually wearing though before I go wasting it, because I'm not sure what we've got on that's all. So, inventory. Yeah, because we've got light shoulders on, so we're going to change that for rawhide arm cops. Nice. Yeah, we'll make. I've just realised now that in the last few videos I've been asking what does that mean when it's got Breton or whatever dark elf in the title. Well, that's obviously what it means. It must be the style, which is the bit I wasn't understanding. So head-wise, we're wearing the only head we do have, which is armour of 1508. I'm pretty sure this is all higher than what I was about to make. That rawhide jacket's 1724. And everything else is medium that we're wearing. Oh no, feet. We could do with some medium feet. Homespun shoes, and there's nothing special about them. So let's do that then. That's quite cool. It left it on the medium stuff for me next time I went in. Yeah, this stuff is not as good as the stuff I'm wearing, so that's at the level I'm at anyway. Presuming when your clothing level goes up, you'll be able to make better stuffs, people. There's the rawhide boots. I think we've got some skills there as well. Or something's happened in the skills, one or the other. Yeah, our armour's going up, look. By about 400 and... well, nearly 400. Marvellous. Yeah, it's just telling us that we've got some new skills. Volley can be enhanced or morphed for a skill point. Right, let's finish this off, people.
Craft a pair of homespun gloves. You'll need refined jute and a style...
I have the gloves here.
You know, I'm a master clothier, yet I still own a
Clothier, there we go.
Gloves. They keep my hands warm at night. Sometimes simple is better.
Right, I'm ready for our next step.
Wonderful. Now for deconstruction. There's much to learn from breaking down your own work, even more so with someone else's creation. Head to a clothing station and deconstruct your gloves. Or anything else, really. Just be sure you do it there.
How is it useful to me?
You'll regain some components, of course, but the real trick is to deconstruct another crafter's work. You can learn far more by disassembling someone else's material than your own.
Okie doke. Deconstruct the gloves. That seems to be what it wants me to do, so let's do that. Deconstruct selected. Rank 1 deconstruction analyst. Hey, homespun orplets, light, Breton, light. Yeah, we might as well do those because we're not going to wear them now. So let's just do those for extra points or whatever. Oh. Doesn't seem to let me for some reason. Select one or more items. Ah, right, okay. You hit A first and then hit X. Nice. Clothing's going up again.
You're more than capable with needle and thread. I'll be proud to call you my colleague.
I'm ready to be certified as a clothier.
Already done. You'll now be able to fulfill clothier crafting writs, and I look forward to seeing more of your work.
We're going to get inspiration. Oh, blimey, it's dusty in this here blacksmith's, people. A complete quest. We're going to get inspiration and hemming.
Let me know if you have some time. I can train and certify you in something else.
Yes, well, we're going to be doing woodworking because I want to do bows. Level up and ride your pony. Nice. Medium armour increased to 9. Shadow increase to 9. I think everything will go up to 9, will it? It looks like. Right, woodworking certification, please.
Good woodworker sees the final product before cutting the first block of wood.
Clothing increased to 2. Nice.
2 crafts at once. If you commit yourself to the training, I'll certify you.
Yep, want to be a woodworker, please. Want to make bows.
I want to know if you can craft a maple bow. First, go harvest some rough maple. You'll refine it into sanded maple at a woodworking station. Last, you'll take the sanded maple and turn it into a maple bow.
And you'll certify me a maple bow?
Absolutely. Bows are challenging to craft. Show me you're up to the challenge and I'll happily certify you. But first, go get me a bundle of rough maple.
Marvellous. Well, we've got to level up. Let's do that first. Tailor's crafting box, leatherwork satchel, blacksmith's crafting crate, claim rewards. What? Why can't I claim? Oh, I need to select one, that's what it is. Keep doing that. Crafting stations. Visit crafting stations in towns, getting clothing and blacksmithing school lines. Tailor's crafting box or leatherwork satchel. Blacksmith crafting crate. I'm wondering if that'll have maple in it, you know. So, well, the Magicka is falling a little bit behind, and we are using Magicka for some of our moves. Ah, right, okay. So you can actually increase these as well, clothing. Fibrous plants in the world will be easier to see when you are 20 meters closer. Allows the use of jute and rawhide. I've already got that. So that's just for finding the stuff easier for making shiz. Not do that yet. Let's keep doing our... Now, mind you, that's racial. That's wood elf skills. Increases the stealth detection radius. Alright now. Acrobat. Increases your experience gain with the bow skill line by 15%. Bloody hell. Oh, I've already got that. I was going to say, how did I miss that? Medium armour we've not done anything with yet. Well, we've kind of decided we are medium armour now, haven't we? Or I have anyway. Reduces the cost of sprint. We've already got that. Increases the critical damage and healing done rating by 1% for every 2 pieces of medium armour equipped. Current bonus is 3%. Increases your stamina recovery by 2% for each piece of armour of medium armour equipped. Might be worth doing that, you know, because that's a current bonus of 14%. Reduces the stamina cost of your abilities by 1% for each piece of armour. Current bonus 7%. Yeah, definitely worth doing that. Let's do it. Defo. Now we've invested in it. Marvellous. Let's go. Well, this is going to be a longer episode again. I think the edited out piece of the first section, or the first portion of this that I recorded, was about 40 minutes, I think. Hang on. And I think this has been another half an hour, so I think we're somewhere over the hour mark at this point. Talk to Millenith. Alright. It doesn't seem to be telling me where to get wood at this point. I could have just bought it from the blacksmith, I bet you. But last time, unless I've already got it, of course, and I didn't realise. Not seeing maple. Supplies. Supplies. See what's in here. Bone and iron ingot, 10 iron ingots. Yeah, well last time it came up on the map, didn't it, and told me where it all was, but she's not telling me this time. So can we just go up to a tree, maybe? I should have asked her. There was a question there to her that said, where can I find it? And I didn't ask it because I thought, well, it's just going to show me on the bloody map anyway, so why bother? And then it didn't. For the love of gods. Yeah, that stamina definitely seems to be going down a lot slower. Yeah, definitely building up a lot faster as well. There we go. That's a big help, isn't it? Well, we can. I think we can buy it from the blacksmith anyway, but I'll ask her where we can get it from. Yeah, that's blue as well. What's this? Equipment crafting writs. Ah. You notice a prominent handbill on the requisition board. Certified crafters, we want your wares. Armour, weapons, bows, jewellery and robes. Hone your craft and earn rewards. So it wants you to make stuff for it. Pull a writ from the board. You have accepted a daily quest. These quests can only be completed once every 24 hours. Craft normal homespun robe, craft normal homespun breeches, craft normal homespun orplets.
I want to know if you can craft a maple bow. First, absolutely.
Where can I find rough maple?
There's a place nearby which should have what you need. Collect an armload and return here. If there's not enough, you'll need to search for more.
Okay, I should. God damn it! I needed to ask the question to bloody activate the bloody marking on the compass. Methinks. Now I could go to the blacksmith at this point, but I'm trying not to do that so that I can show other people where the stuffs is. So let's get out into the open world again. We shall make an effort in the next part to do the Arabelle Duvan story, I think, and hopefully get ourselves back into the action a bit. Rough maple. There we go. Seems to be this way. That's quite smart, isn't it? That outfit there. Boat to Eldenroot. What? I'm travelling?
Ah, you are the one I seek.
Talk to the hooded figure. Soul shriven in Cold Harbour. Seems to have triggered something else here. Well. Alright, that just takes me back. I see. Let me just check what's going on with the compass. Talk to the hooded figure. I'm just wondering if we can get the wood without entering this quest, or whether it's all part of one of the same thing. Clothier writ, there it is. Yeah, it seems to be one and the same thing from what I can gather. It all seems to point to the same thing, doesn't it? That's it. All wants me to go back with it. There's someone else to speak to here as well. Fuck's sake! What? It failed.
Busy.
What?
I can occupy myself for now.
So what do I do now then? Acquire rough maple. Ah, right, okay. This looks like the person we want to speak to. That's fine.
Orcs are all about honour and all that.
Orthelis.
I wonder if he... I don't guess you've run into a big lumbering brute of an orc in your travels. Named Storg. Was a friend of mine. Emphasis on the was. I'm in a pile of trouble because of him.
What sort of trouble?
Maybe you've heard of the rite of theft. A wood elf tradition. If you pull off a particularly clever theft, you can demand payment from the owner for their things. Well, I stole this tree thane's bow, and then Storg stole the bow from me.
And what's the problem?
The tree thane wants his bow back, and if I can't give it to him, he's going to have me hauled in and whipped. Last I heard, Storg was headed toward Vine Death Cave. The tree thane won't let me leave town. Could you look for Storg?
I'll see what I can do. Storghs bow. Again, I have no idea if this is part of... I thought that was the quest we were meant to be doing. Clothier writ. Well, the Clothier writ just points me back to that. Woodworker certification. Acquire rough maple. Yeah, search for... Oh. I'm so confused right now. The white one seems to be the one we're on. This could all be part of doing that quest for him, though, with the bow, couldn't it? Rough maple, yeah, there you go. It's just ginormous, like, it's no wonder I'm confused. I mean, I think really I'd prefer the game to give me something a bit simpler to to get me, you know, just to get me started on crafting some armor and some. I think though, what it seems to be is that these quests are meant to take you on a journey across other areas, but I'm now confused to where I am.
This is not the Dominion we were promised.
It's a beautiful area though. So I think the best thing to do here, because I think this is going to take us into the world of actions and stuff, which I think is great for the next part, because we need to get our action back on people. It's been a lot of walking around and talking to people for an hour and a half or whatever it's going to end up being this video. I mean, I was tempted not to put this video up at all and just get back to the action, but I think to some degree it's going to be useful to somebody to see how the game slows down and what you need to learn and things you need to do in order to enhance or to get better in the game. You can't ignore this stuff, otherwise you won't get anywhere, so it's well worth doing. So I think in the next part, people, I think we'll crack on with this bow quest, which Storghs bow, there it was, I went past it. We'll do Storghs bow and see if it leads us to the maple. It did seem to suggest that it was sort of one and the same thing there for a minute. But anyway, hopefully this will lead us to a bit of action in the next part. Well, there you go. I did thoroughly enjoy everything I've just done. But it was a lot. I mean, I have lopped out about 40 minutes of, well, what did I say? It was the original video before I recorded the second part to this and just schmelted it together for you guys was about an hour and a half, I think, and I lopped half of it out, and then I started recording again for the next half of this, which is probably going to be around an hour and a half in total. So it has been, I have enjoyed it, but as a watch for you guys, I've lopped a lot out, so to try and just bring it all together. But it has been a slower part, so I hope it's been of use to you, and I hope you've still enjoyed watching it. Let me know in the comments below if you'd rather I didn't show off the slower stuff, but I think it's worth seeing, at least in the early parts, to see how it all works. And of course, if you can help other people that are, if you're a veteran of the game and you want to leave comments about things to do in these sort of areas to get yourself quickly enhanced, then by all means leave comments for me and everyone else that wants to get into the game. It has been an honour and a privilege serving for you once again in the Elder Scrolls Online High Isle on the Xbox Series X, and I will catch you in the next one, folks. Take it easy. Bye.